Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me and my shiny head. I don't know if it's the sunshine or the sweat or a combination, but I see a little shine going on there. So does it look like a halo? Anyway, I'm rambling already. So the folks at Condor were kind enough to send me one of their brand new Terrasaur knives designed by Joe Flowers, so I could put it to the test, so to speak, here. And that's what we're going to do. But first, this video is sponsored by my friends at Click Belt. The Click Belt I'm wearing today is my 2-ply tactical duty belt, and I've been wearing this for a couple of years. As you can see, it still looks very nice and supports my Glock 19 very well. Click belts are available in a wide range of colors and styles, including custom options, all sewn right here in the USA, featuring genuine Austrian Cobra buckles and a full lifetime warranty. So I encourage you to check out our friends at Click Belt. There'll be a link in the description below and probably one right up here. Tell them Brian said hello. Let me just give you a quick kind of a close-up glimpse of this thing, and we'll talk about it as we go. We'll take it down to the old stump top and do some knife stuff, and then we'll do some more scientific testing because it feels really well balanced. So, but let me just go ahead and address the elephant in the room. I know that there are going to be some people that say this is a copy of a Mora Garberg, and I don't think it is. I think it's similar construction style is the best we can say. This is Joe's design, his take on a straight up bushcraft knife, and he started this Terrasaur with some custom knife manufacturers and made some higher end knives. They were pretty expensive. Their goal in making this one was to create a budget friendly knife so that anybody could afford it and it'd be a really great knife. And as of the time of this video, the street price on this thing is like 45 bucks, under 45 bucks. So I think it's a pretty good deal, at least on the surface of it, if it functions as well as I hope it will. So real quickly, let's talk about the specs of it. Let me get you some close-ups here, and then we'll get down to doing some of that knife stuff. So first of all, you can see it is a kind of a scandi grind, definitely a scandi grind actually. Not quite a spear point, but a slight drop here in it, but a 4.15 inch blade Terrasaur, and then it has a polypropylene over molded handle. So it is a full tang. You can see the tang right there. That's how wide it is. And you can see that it's probably got about that much polypropylene on this side of it, and the back side's got a little swell here. So I say the handle feels really good in my hands. They're sweaty right now, and it doesn't feel at all slippery. It's got pretty nice molded in traction here, and a lanyard hole, and then it's got this exposed pommel, so to speak. Is that a pommel? I'm not sure. This butt end, anyway, and then kind of a stone wash finish. And it comes with an ambidextrous polypropylene sheath. And this is the first time that Condor's done that. It snaps in very well. What I think is cool about it is truly ambidextrous. And they got these little notches on the side of the sheath here. Can you see that? So that it doesn't just slide off. You can turn this thing around whichever way you want to make it ambidextrous. But maybe you can hear this. Let me put you next to the mic. Here, snap in. So it snaps in very, very solid. It has a leather belt loop here, dangler belt loop. So it just seems like a pretty, and there's also little drain holes in the bottom. Seems like on the surface a pretty good little package. It's very, very well balanced in the hand. It just feels good. It feels like a knife that wants to be used. So let's get down the old stump top and use it. So here we are, the old stump top. And I had a comment the other day about on a knife review I did that I need to get real because you're not going to find a stump top, a perfectly flat stump top, or a stool that I'm sitting on in the middle of the woods. And I guess my response to that would be, well, you won't find a video camera either, chances are. So this is to show the capabilities of the knife, not anything else. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing out of here. First off the bat, put the sheath aside. I like the sheath. So I'm just going to do my standard test that we do with this knife now. This is again, a sub $50 knife, very, very solid feeling. So, but we're gonna put this one to the test here because Joe asked me to. So, first thing I'm going to do is I've got a piece of cedar here. This has been drying in my building for a couple of 3 years now, I got it so I'd be able to make some tinder bundles out of it. And we're going to do that right now too. We're going to just use the backside of it. It's got a sharp spine. Let me just scrape some of this. Wow, this stuff works really good. You scrape some of this cedar bark off here because I want to use this to make a little tinder bundle at some point in time. Oh, and I didn't tell you this is 1095 steel, by the way. 1095 carbon steel, so pretty good there. I don't know that it's capable of striking a spark with a flint, and I don't have a piece of flint with me right now, so I'm not going to do that. It's doing a great job of scraping. I'm going to pack that up here and put it aside. We're going to try to chop this off now. This is not a chopper, but what it might be able to do is baton its way through, and that's what we're going to try to do. So I've got my baton here, and this is hard stuff. I mean, it's not wet; it's dry. So we're going to use this thing like we mean it. We're going to use it like we stole it. When I'm batoning through something crossways like this, I just treat it just like an axe. I try to widen my V, make a V, and widen it so the wood that I'm chopping out, it's got somewhere to go. The problem is I got this knot here. I can't really get it flat down on the log as flat as I would like. Get a little bit more. Let's try this now. Let's see if it will break. And yes, it did. Okay, so man, look at it. Isn't that pretty? It smells good too. Okay, so we've got that far. Now we're going to try. It's not the best batoning. Best wood to baton doesn't look like the best configuration. We're going to give it a shot and see what happens. We're going to try to split it right down the middle like so. Actually, let me get that out of the way. Okay, here we go. Man, look at that. Isn't that pretty? It really is pretty, isn't it? Okay, try one more time. A little bit more. Okay. There's that. Put the baton aside. We don't need him anymore. Let's go ahead and do some regular carving with it. That's carving. It's nice. I actually did a good job on this edge. Good deal. Let me see how well she'll do some feathers now. Let's try a different stick here. Try this one. Pretty good there. So he carves some curls. Let's see how it scrapes actual wood. Pretty good there. So you know where we're going next, right? So here we have no fat wood, nothing but cedar shavings and a ferro rod. Let's see what happens. Yep, there we go. So hot I couldn't see it. Whew, man. It's so hot out here. This fire's cooling me off. Okay, so, yep. Man, that cedar smells great when it's burning. Okay, well, so that was some of the practical use testing of the Condor Terrasaur. And I tried to go a little above and beyond. As you can see, we did cross-grain batoning on that really hard, really dry cedar. It did great. Then after that, we carved some feathers. It did great. Did a little splitting batoning. Little scraping with this edge. It's really good on scraping the bark and scraping, you know, just shavings and whatever you need to scrape. Just really good for that. I even did some hard cutting, no hot spots. What little I did, but it feels really good. I can't imagine there being any problem. This is a very ergonomic handle. I think Joe did a really good job on this design. And again, this is a sub $50 knife, and so far I'm really pleased with it. But as you know, here at Survival on Purpose Worldwide Headquarters, we maintain a state-of-the-art, cutting-edge knife testing facility where we like to go above and beyond the practical testing and do some really more scientific type testing. And I always want to check the balance of every fixed blade, every full tank fixed blade at least. And what we use to do that is the balance, orientation, and rotation device there. So we're going to try to make sure this is calibrated properly for distance, and we're going to go ahead and test this one right now. So let's see. I think about right here. Let's see. So the calibration process is banging it up pretty good. Still calibrating. I'm having a little trouble calibrating this one more than normal, and I thought I would leave that footage in here just to show you. John Cameron Swayze would be proud. If you know what that means, you're probably as old as I am. Ah, there we go. Okay. Okay, we're going to call this one calibrated. Okay, we're going to call this one balanced, and it took me a little time to calibrate this one, but once I got it done, it's balanced very well. And just to show you, in spite of all the calibration errors, this thing is perfectly fine. Feels still really good in your hand. And by the way, check this grind. It's a very nice even grind on this thing. Nice edge on it. So I got to say, I think Joe Flowers and Condor did a really good job of coming up with a very useful, very functional, very capable knife in the sub $50 range. So if you're looking for a really good all-around woods knife, camp knife, bushcraft knife, just a very usable, functional knife for under 50 bucks, you might want to check out the Condor Terrasaur. I'm giving this one a thumbs up. It's a really very functional, very nice knife. And so once again, thanks to the folks at Condor for sending me this so I can show it to you. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. I put out a brand new video every Friday and Saturday, and sometimes random videos throughout the week. You can click down there in the little corner and click that subscribe button and that little notification bell so you don't miss a single one of them. Be sure and check out the list of sponsors in the video description. Many of them have discount codes, and all of them are companies I know and trust. I really appreciate the support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.